will explain a little bit more why we made this summit. So I realized something that really scared me. We are not, as humans, headed towards making the world a better place, but toward escaping the consequences of our actions in a way that will make us less human. We were not intending to clean the mess, so to say. We look for ways to escape the party before the police comes. The world seems to be moving forward, humanity seems to be progressing, but it's an illusion. We have more, yes, but we are less as humans. We are not stronger, we are weaker. All this time, we didn't intend to be better humans, but to transcend the human condition. We want to escape. Just look at the biggest companies in the world. They're not aiming to better humanity, but to help it flee. Flee from this planet and move to Mars, or escape in virtual worlds, upload our minds to computers, numb our emotions, erase discomfort. Most of us secretly want to escape from ourselves. And people are already gone. Just look around you. I mean, really, just look around. Right now, we are using technology for something beautiful, to unleash the four superpowers that were given to us, that nobody told us how to use. But look at most people around you. Look how they're using technology. People are not there. You see bodies moving, but the attention is already in the virtual. Look at your family, your friends, your partner. They're not really there when you are together. Most of their attention is already in the virtual. If you burn on the street, people will most likely film you, not help you. Talk with your friends and they cannot hold a straight conversation for 3 minutes before they check their phones. Profiles are more important than personalities. There are no conscious people around. Just look. And most humans have already migrated into the virtual, but we didn't even notice it. And that's what terrified me the most. You think you're talking with someone, but most of their attention is not there. They're either too tired to focus, which means unhealthy, or too busy, which means they're under a spell, or too immersed in their screens, which means distracted. So of course you feel alone, because you are alone. And if we do not fix this, we will be even more alone, and there will be no humans left on this planet. And I know I started this summit on a kind of a pessimistic note, but the whole purpose of making this summit is because I see a beautiful future for all of us. I see so much potential within humanity that we are not tapping into. And I want to help people to discover this potential within them and to awaken and use these gifts that were given to them. That's why I gathered together 30 experts from all around the world, and that's why during these 4 days we're diving deep into each of the four fundamental pillars of a human being: the spirit, the mind, the body, and the heart. And in each of these four fundamental pillars, we will help you uncover the hidden superpower that's within each of them. Each talk is designed in a way to help you poke at this superpower from a different angle so you can better understand it. And then workshops are designed in a way so you can embody this superpower and learn how to utilize it and use it in your life. This being said, I want to welcome you again on this summit. I want to tell you a little bit about the structure of the summit. So each day is separated in three parts. The first part is the part where we have speakers and they're going to give their talks. And during these talks, you're going to have small exercises. You're going to learn so much and you're going to discover what this superpower within this pillar is. Then the second part of the day are the workshops. And on the workshops, we are aiming to help people through exercises and different interactive activities embody these superpowers. And then the final part are the panel discussions. Each panel discussion will be designed in a way to help you clarify all of the things that were left maybe not so clear during the day. So we will gather together with all of the speakers or most of the speakers from each day, and through questions from the audience and also from me, we will discuss on the topic of the pillar of the day. And the questions you might have had during that day that will help you clarify about what this superpower really is. Right now, I want to share a little story about myself, and I want to start with my session of the summit, so to say. So, why you should listen to me, and why it's me who decided to organize this summit? Well, from a very young age, I was shown the brutal truth of life. And when I was just 6.5 years old, 7 years old, I lost the most important woman in my life. My mom died. And it was just like that. One day she's here, and another day she's not here anymore. And as a kid who is 6, 7 years old, who can kind of understand the world, but not that much understand the world, this kind of made a scar on my psyche. So from that moment on, all my life, I couldn't go back to sleep, so to say, anymore. I could go back physically to sleep, but I was always aware of this background noise that things end, and the people around you will not be forever there. And even the things you are doing, you don't know when will be your last activity that you are doing. You don't know. And I could not just forget that. So I will go live my life, and I will see other people just stress over the most trivial things about what other people think about them. I will see people fight. I will see on television wars, and I will see so much conflict in the world. And it made no sense to me, because I know that time here is so much precious, and I'm reminded of that every day. I know that we have only each other, and we will not be here forever. And as far as we know, this life is all that there is. I mean, we can all make stories about what's after this life, but they're all just stories, right? What we're really sure about is this life right here, and the people that are next to you, close to you. And I will see people just holding grudges all their life, being angry to the people they loved, people close to them. And it really did not make sense to me. So as I was growing uh, growing old, like there were many times when, for example, me and my friends will organize to go to some vacation together, and the first thing in my mind will be, what if something bad happens? What if this is the last time I go on a vacation? Or what if I never see my family? So this kind of reminder always put me in a position to appreciate things a lot more, to forgive more easily, to not hold grudges, to not even do the things that I don't want to do. I see a lot of people suffer, and they are working jobs they hate all their life, being so much okay with comfort. And it did not make sense to me, because how can you have comfort? How can you look for security in a world where you're bound to die? So I was imagining like we are all falling from a plane, and some people try to build structures in the air, and they feel safe in these structures, but they forget that we're all gonna just hit the ground eventually. And they waste their whole time flying, building these structures, not having enough time to actually fly and live. So I was, I thought that something's wrong with me, and I was going all my life thinking something is wrong with me, that that other people are seeing something that I'm not seeing. So I tried to do everything I can. I pushed myself to the limits. I literally did things that no normal conscious human would do: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I tried everything. I researched psychology, spirituality, all the religions. I tried to find answers anywhere, and I couldn't find answers. So I started building my business, and I built my business, and I started making a lot of money. And I remember it was the day that I made 5,000 euros in one day, and it was a lot of money for me, and especially for a kid. So I was like laying on the bed in my office, and I was thinking to myself, you have everything you want. You have beautiful family, friends, you have your own business, you're earning money, why you still feel like there is something wrong? Like the world was not like I imagined it to be when I was young, when I was a kid. Something was still missing, something was off. And as I was scrolling through Facebook, I found a video of my grandma and grandpa that I made as a prank to them. And I just remembered that they're no longer here with us. And that all the time I could have been with them, I wasted. Even though I knew that they were there, that they're not going to be there permanently, I still wasted. Why? Because I was running in this rat race, trying to find the solution to what was wrong with me and trying to make as much money as possible and trying to find this solution to life, so to say, that I forgot that life is meant to be lived. So I remember laying there, tears started rolling my eyes, and I remember that there are still a lot of people close to me that I can still spend time with. And I realized that all this time I was asking the wrong question. Is not what was other people seeing that I'm not. It was what was I seeing that other people are not. And that was that life is not permanent, that things end, and that we should appreciate things a lot more. We should wake up and do the things that we love doing, live our life in a way we want to live our life. So I want to share a quote with you. It's from William Walls, and he said that the everyone will die, but not everyone will truly live. And this is so true, because when you go and see the greatest regrets of people who are on their deathbed, it's like, I shouldn't have worked as much as I worked. I should have spent more time with my family. I should have not stopped being in contact with my friends. And then the most important one and the biggest one is, I wish I had lived a life that's true to me, not a life that I thought everybody else wanted me to live. And this is so important, because these people died with this regret in them. Now imagine that you lived your life. Really, try to imagine right now. You lived your life and you're old. You live no matter how much you want to live, 50, 100 more years. But you are old and time is nearby, and you're looking yourself in the mirror, and you realize that there are no more opportunities left. No more opportunities to do things right. No more opportunities to tell how you feel to the person you love. No more opportunities to take that road trip. No more opportunities to start the business you wanted to start. No more opportunities to travel. No more opportunities to try all the things you wanted to try. You are looking at yourself and you know there are no more opportunities left. It's this, and you wasted your life. Now that's the scariest thing for me. Thinking that there are no more opportunities to do the things that you wanted to do. That's the scariest thing. No horror can match that. Like what? Skeletons are scary? Skeletons are a joke when you compare them to that thing that you wasted your life. So my mission here is to wake people up. That's why this first session is starting like this. And I promise you, the other sessions will not be as maybe dark and grim like this one, but I had to start this summit like this so you can wake up. So you can wake up and take back your life. Take back the wheel of your life in your hands so you can steer it where you want it to go. Because it's so easy to lose yourself in these meaningless dynamics of the world, of who is better than who has more than who, and dive into this labyrinth of nonsense that will waste your time, and on your deathbed you will realize that all that energy you spent was just pointless. It was just wasted. You wasted it for nothing, literally for nothing, because those things you don't even remember on your deathbed. They're not important, and you have regrets for not living your life, for living according to someone else's expectations. Now, uh, I want to say that 70%, maybe even more, I would say 90% of people play the game of life not to lose. So what does this mean? If they are offered a safe job and a mediocre life, or uncertain road where they are following their passion and at least a chance to make their dreams come true, 90% will choose the safe road. It's better to have something than nothing, right? That's what they will say. Well, what they do not realize, at least at that moment, is that they're going to die. There is no safe road. All they're choosing is mediocre life. Safe jobs do not exist. Stress-free life does not exist. The right way to live does not exist. Only the right way that's for you. Uncertainty is the only certain thing in life. And most of these people will fail at what they don't want to do in their life. I mean, that's pathetic. All because they're too afraid to give what they love a chance. All because they trade their dreams for the illusion of security and comfort. What a cowardly way to live. They will get hurt in life. They will still struggle. They will still be confused and stressed and tired, even in the so-called safe road. They will still be scared and lost and happy and sad and good and bad. Some people will still hate them and some people will still like them. They're riding on a giant planet circling a fireball in midst of expanding space. They will, and they don't care to explore it. They will lose most people they love, and in the end, they will die. Even at the safe road. So even at the safe road, you will be traumatized, hurt. You will lose people you love one by one, and in the end, you will die. And whatever you do, no matter how hard you try, you cannot change this nature of life. There is no freaking safe road. You're riding this crazy roller coaster, and it will not stop no matter how loud you scream. You need to embrace the crazy ride instead to make it a beautiful experience, because it can be so much beautiful. The worst thing about these people is that they still find ways to stress about the most ridiculous micro things, ignoring the real shit, so to say. And if they look at the real shit, at what I'm speaking about at this session right now, just for a couple of seconds per day, they will live in a way that is truly meaningful to them. But no, they still stress about their smoothie not being cold enough, or the internet being too slow, or the traffic. Oh my god, the traffic. It's like you're a soldier and you drop in the middle of a war zone, like bullets flying everywhere, people shooting each other, and you worry about your hair not looking good enough. You stress about it. You make it ruin your day, using your finite time here to stress about your hair, while you're riding on an unexplored, beautiful planet, circling a fireball in midst of expanding vastness that nobody knows what the hell is going on, or where we are, or why we are here. Around a few souls that you can share this wild experience with, free to try infinite possibilities, with billions of cells and processes happening in your body just so you can stay alive. And you choose to have a bad day because your hair is not good. You should wake up, buddy. You're playing a much wilder game than what you pretend to play. You can fool yourself as long as you want, but all you're doing is wasting precious time you can invest in things that truly matter to you. And time is not waiting for anyone. So you can pretend all you want, make your hair look good, ignoring the fact that you have signed up for a crazy ride. You can try just surviving and looking for safe, comfortable places on the battlefield, living a good, easy life in the middle of a war zone. Or you can wake up, accept the stage you are playing, find what's worth living for, and go all in like you have nothing to lose, because that's the truth, buddy. You have nothing to lose. And if you think you have something to lose and cling to it, spoiler alert, like, you will lose that thing in the end anyway. So playing not to lose is the worst approach to life, because, as I said, spoiler alert, you give up everything in the end. Nobody survives life. So it's ridiculous to play not to lose. There might not be a definite win for everyone, but you can still play as you have won each day, because that's the truth. You're alive. You won. Life is the reward, and you are the miracle. Consider how many things needed to happen in the right way so you can exist. From your grandfather meeting your grandmother, and all these micro events that could have gone wrong so you don't exist, but you still are here and you exist. You are the miracle, and life is the reward, and you know what's the right way to live it for you. So you should wake up and start living it right now. And the way I started living my life is by discovering my purpose, by finding the sense of gravity that's so strong that I will invest all of my focus and care to this thing, to the way I want to live my life. And there is a way to find your purpose, and there is a way to discover your life purpose, why you are here. And on the Spirit Day today, we will help you discover that. We will help you find your purpose and find your unique human design and why you are here. But you must understand that if you don't wake up right now, you will sleep your life away, and time will not wait for you. So you must wake up right now. And I want to share with you one more thing. And this is something that I realized about the purpose. When we think about finding a purpose and about finding the exact thing that you need to do, we're thinking about this thing in the wrong way, because we think like, oh, I'm gonna find that my purpose is to just make cars, or to just go and do math, or become an astronaut, or whatever. The purpose you cannot really define. The purpose is like a sense within you, because I realized this way, because all my life I wanted to be an actor. And one day I was looking at one acting school, and I realized I don't have enough money to attend it. So I was like, okay, I cannot attend this school, I cannot be an actor. But I started thinking, what happened to people whom they might have purpose to be an actor before acting existed? Or let's say I want to be a YouTuber. What will happen if YouTube just suddenly got deleted? What will happen with my purpose? So I realized that the purpose is actually a sense. It's like a gravity. Different objects can come, orbit in this gravity, and they can also leave. Because the only thing that stays is your sense of purpose. And it can be different things. So for example, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a director. Doing this summit is in a way directing, putting people together, choosing topics. So it's giving to me the same sense of purpose than directing a movie or being an actor. It's giving me the same thing, the same fulfillment. And if Zoom suddenly stops existing, there will be another thing that comes into the orbit. So the most important thing for you is to find this sense of purpose and to follow it, no matter what in the current moment this sense for you is, because these things can evolve and change, and you can grow, and your purpose, what you think your purpose is, can change, but your sense of purpose will always stay. And when you live with a sense of purpose, then you will understand how beautiful life is, because every second of your life will be fulfilled, and every second of your life, every emotion you might have, even if you say the so-called negative emotions, sadness, they all have meaning. And that's what matters, to live a life full of meaning. Because there might not be a definite purpose in life, there might not be objective purpose, but you are the one that you can find your own purpose. You can make your own purpose. There might not be objective meaning of life. We might be just randomness here, but you are the one that can give meaning to your life, that can impregnate your life with meaning. Because the people on their deathbed, they did not realize that life has no meaning, that there is no purpose of life. They realized that they were not living their life in a way that's filled with meaning. And you can change that right now, because you are still here and you're alive, and you can wake up and you can find a sense of meaning every day, even if it's something as small as telling the people close to you that you love how much you love them. As simple as that. Just calling a person you care about and just being honest with them, or stop holding a grudge, because it's pointless. It really is pointless. Or just cutting a connection with someone that's not right for you, or maybe stop working in a place that's not right for you. And it doesn't have to be immediate. Of course, you don't have to leave yourself without any financial income, but you can slowly start to build your way towards your desired life. Because otherwise, what's the alternative? Time will pass anyway. It's up to you whether you're going to live your life or not. And it's only up to you, buddy. So from me, that's all I can say. And this being said, thank you for listening to me. I'm going to leave the stage to the experts. This was just a brief, so to say, rant from my side, wanting to wake you up and to make you understand and tune to the real game of life, the greater game, the game that you were playing when you were young, before the world started telling you how to play. So this being said, our next speaker is Sue Hadley, and our next speaker is an expert on how to reprogram your beliefs and how to remove negative beliefs from your life. So as I said, beliefs are the programs that you live by, the stories that you're telling yourself, the narrative, the who you are within the story you're playing. And if you don't change these core beliefs, no matter how much you want to change your life, nothing will change, because these are the rules, the core programs that determine how you live. So if you don't change these programs, no matter what you try, you will not be able to achieve that, because these programs dictate how you play. These programs work in your subconscious, and your subconscious is responsible for more than 95% of your choices. That's why it's called the subconscious. You are conscious only 5% of your time if you really evaluate yourself. You are conscious 5, maybe even less percent of your time. When you're conscious, yes, you can choose, but when you're unconscious, that's when these beliefs come in play, and that's when these beliefs pull you in different places. These beliefs show up when, for example, you want to start doing something proactively, you want to start building your business, and then whoop, suddenly you feel afraid, or suddenly you procrastinate, or suddenly you just distract yourself. It's because these beliefs try to self-sabotage you, because something within these programs is not aligned with what you consciously want to do. So Sue right now is an expert on helping you discover these negative beliefs and help you reprogram them.